Okay, so I'm going to move on to the database console, which I actually added in here. I don't think I actually showed this in the original presentation, but it's something that's kind of cool that's built into Grails that allows you to, go in and see the database and what's actually in there. Particularly useful for if you're using just like the built-in H2 database for like some testing and stuff like that. For any external database, obviously you can use whatever your favorite tool to connecting to a database is, but we'll show this. So basically what I have is a environmental setup here, and for development I set the database console to be enabled true. Gave it a URL, which will be under admin/db console, and basically I gave it a role of permit all, so I'm opening it to pretty much anyone. Since this is just for development and debugging, I don't really care about who actually accesses it. For production, you might want to have this just disabled, not enable it at all. However, you can, and in this case, basically I set a role of you have to be admin to access it, but in general it's kind of seen as bad practice for you to have access to the database to be able to manipulate it beyond the controls of what IT has for production anyways. But we'll run the application and just show this off a little. And we'll open that up. And basically from here, let's go back, and let's just copy this. And we'll paste that onto the URL. We'll go to the DB console. It'll ask you to log in, but the password is nothing. Username is SA, so we'll just connect. And this gives you access to essentially a database console, so you can see what's actually in your database, what's the columns are. You can do a select and run that and see what columns are. Run pretty much any SQL you like here. See what users, which obviously aren't really interesting in this sense, but it gives you the ability to actually just see what's in your database and play around with it a little bit right from within your browser. That's pretty much all it is, but it's a nice little handy tool to know about, especially for development purposes. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about with the database console. I showed the setup and the console itself. So next, I'm going to be talking about upgrading from, like, say, a previous version of Grails to Grails 3. Some of the things to keep in mind and look out for. So that will be in the next video.